Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Greg from Greg's Restorations. Going over one of our latest projects is this 1990 Toyota Landcruiser FJ62 restoration. This vehicle came into our shop at about a few months ago. It wasn't here, hasn't been here that long. We have pretty much undergone a full restoration on this vehicle in about 2.5 months. I call it Second Chance. That's its name, because it wasn't supposed to be this level of a restoration. When the vehicle came in, I actually told the customer we didn't want to do a full restoration on this because of the level of rust that it had, and rust repair is so timely and it's a very costly expense. So we actually ended up getting another FJ60 that we both picked out to restore, and we were going to start with that one, but we were going to get this one running and mechanically sound for the summer so they can enjoy it but not go crazy on the restoration. And one thing led to another, and led to another, and next thing you know, we're here. A little sentimentally attached to this vehicle because it was actually built pretty close to my birthday. If you read the door tag, it's 12 of 89, so that was the month I was born. So blue is one of my favorite colors. It was always a Yamaha, dirt bike before we were a kid growing up. So a little piece of me is in this truck. We had two departments working on this truck at once. We had the mechanical department, and we had 2 to 3 techs working on that at all times. And then we had the body shop, 2 to 3 techs at all times working on that. So when they were doing the engine or rebuilding the engine, we were doing the body work, and it was a good thing because all the body panels were already off the truck, pre-sandblasted, ready to go because they were from a different truck. So we just literally got all the body work done on the doors and the rear deck lid and all that stuff, and we got literally primed and jammed the parts, and then we just literally took all the parts out of our regular truck stores and put them into these. So everything it went smooth. There was a few hiccups, but that's what happens when you're restoring 30-plus-year-old vehicles. Literally every body panel is from a different truck. We had a parts truck in our lot, and we had 2 parts trucks in our lot, and one door came from each one of them. We had to replace. We did new rocker panels on it and new lower quarter panels. We did floor repair. We did radiator support repair. The roof is really solid in this truck. The roofs are notorious for rusting out, and you can't get them. Toyota doesn't make them anymore. The vehicle came in, and it was originally red, and we were going to paint it red, but right before we painted it, the customer, sent me an email, and they were kind of joking, like, is it too late to change the color? And I said, no, we've got the engine out of it. We got the whole engine compartment cleaned out, so we can paint any color you want. So they like the early FJ60 blue. I believe in 1983 to like 1985, they had this light blue metallic. So we ended up going with that color. Absolutely beautiful. We used Sherwin-Williams base coats and clear coats and undercoats on this thing. We spray all their products, and they have a very good warranty on their products. So we stick behind their stuff, and it's at an affordable price. So everything in the engine compartment was fully restored. Everything was taken apart, bagged, labeled, cleaned, repainted, replaced, replated. Brand new decals, warning decals were put back on everything. The underside of the hood in this you could eat off of. It is so clean. It's probably one of the cleanest engine compartments we've ever done. And the blue off the black is just, it pops. And I really like this color because it's different. Everybody does on Land Cruisers tan or red. I love it. It's such a cool color, and it pops. The engine rebuild in this truck is it's pretty awesome. We ended up finding a new old stock short block for this truck. So that's better than anything that you could put into it. Even refurbing the original engine, it was pretty tired. The truck's got 171,000 miles on it, and just the cam was whooped. It was tired. We weren't even supposed to be doing the engine rebuild on this. Like we said before, we were just supposed to be doing just mechanical maintenance and a little bit of body repair to fix it up, and that's what made this restoration go to the level it is, because the head gasket blew right in our shop while we were working on it. So this thing was a ticking time bomb. But the customers were up for the project, and thankful we were part of it. It's such a cool truck. The vehicle is sporting a 3F fuel-injected engine, and automatic transmission. The vehicle runs awesome. It drives awesome. It's got cold AC. This thing just blows just cold air. I mean, it's like, what, 60 degrees in here, and it's like 90 out, humid right now, and it works awesome. Drive shafts were, taken apart, rebalanced, repainted, put back together. The wiring harness in this truck is 100% stock. We just went through it, cleaned all the connectors and pigtails, and replaced little things as needed, but the wiring harness in this truck was fantastic shape. One of the upgrades we did on this truck was we added a automatic transmission cooler. This has got an automatic transmission in it that are very problematic. This vehicle's got 171,000 miles on it, so it couldn't have been that bad. So we added an extra cooler to help with the overdrive on this system, just because they're prone to having problems. All the glass on this truck is factory Toyota, so if you actually read all the sandblast engravings on the glass, you'll see that they're factory Toyota. We used as much factory Toyota parts as possible. We had to get some aftermarket parts for it because Toyota doesn't make everything anymore, but if we could get OEM weather stripping, we got OEM weather stripping. We got OEM chrome bumpers, OEM chrome door handles, little interior parts, switches, anything mechanically. If we could get from Toyota, we got from Toyota. If we couldn't get it, we would try to have the OEM parts refurb, because aftermarket parts just aren't as good as factory Toyota. Another cool feature of this truck is we added a Kenwood sound system to it, touchscreen with Sirius XM and navigation. It's just a nice feature. The dash pockets, they used to have big old school radios in there that actually is the same size as these truck and RV stereo systems. The interior is pretty much close to perfect in this. All the stuff in here is factory Toyota, so we kept it, we rehabbed the driver's seat and a couple of the door panels, but it didn't need much. You can't really get these door panels because of the stitching and the molded plastic that's on them. It's just, so we cleaned them up and restored them as they needed to be. OEM interior, OEM console. We ended up installing a Cool Cruiser's 2-inch suspension lift with a set of 33-inch BF Goodrich all-terrain tires on 17-inch American racing wheels. These wheels and tire package just goes with kind of anything you do. It's like a nice touch of custom, but it's not over the top. It's not like, all these, these wheel companies make these like crazy wheels nowadays. They don't go with these vehicles. You need something that was an aftermarket accessory back in the 80s and 90s. This was a wheel that they offered back then. One of my favorite parts of the project was putting all the chrome parts back on this truck, such as the grille and emblems, little marker lights and door handles, because that's what brings these trucks together, brings the truck alive. Putting the brand new Landcruiser emblems on the rear quarters and stuff like that. That's like the finishing touch. That's like the fun stuff. The hardest part of the project was repairing the rust. It had a lot. Rocker panels, quarter panels, radiator support, and it takes a team. It's just not me. That's the one thing I want to touch on. Is it's just not Greg. It's a team of 10 guys. I can specialize in a lot of things, but there are other people at my facility that are better than me at certain things. Touche to my team. Thanks for being part of this journey with me and watching what we do. And stay tuned.